right.
We are just waiting for all of our members to pop on in early this morning. We got a 110 game to start.
We're gonna
wait for All right. Just my apologies to all of you guys. It seems to be we're having some audio syncing issues. So just bear with us 1 minute.
All right.
Okay. Well, looks like we got all of our social media up. All right, so let's go into today's live stream then. All right. So let's go into today's game. All right, so let's say hello to everybody and welcome early morning to our live MetsXMFanZone live stream early this morning. If you are new to our channel, you guys can always tweet, like, and subscribe. And if you are new, you guys can hit the bell notification and the share and the like and the tweet and the Twitter. You guys can hear our shows live right here on the MetsXMFanZone Live podcast. We are live on all of the social media outlets out there, from Lemon 8 to TikTok to Instagram to Facebook. We are live on all of these platforms early this afternoon. So we have a really good matchup for you guys in today's game. We got the Mets versus the Washington Nationals. Today's game is a live televised broadcast. It is on the SNY network. However, if you guys cannot get the SNY network, you guys can get it by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. We are giving to all of our members who sign up today, we are giving spring training absolutely risk-free. You guys can check it up on the website. Now, this is upon sign-up. So when you sign up, you get spring training free.
No matter what
time, no matter how we broadcast, you'll get spring training risk-free, even if it's audio or video.
And if you guys
would like to check out all the details in this broadcast today, anything that we talked about with the website, it is in our show notes. So you guys could go into the show notes and click on all the links that are provided in today's broadcast. So if you are looking to check out MetsXMFanZone.org, it's definitely the ultimate destination. It really is. I know a lot of, we're getting so many people. We had so many people from last year. It was very interesting because last year we hit so many record numbers. The website kept crashing because of how much traffic we were getting, and the streams kept going down. And forget it. I had a very small team last year. This year it's a lot different. We have a much bigger. We got a much bigger cast of members here, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy the platform this year because we are giving you guys tons of content. We're giving you guys so much live streams. You guys are going to be like, this is amazing. You have to stay here. So we are giving you guys live streams, and what is great about our platform is that it gives you no TV providers. It gives you no pop-ups, no advertisements. We're not selling you. We're not trying to sell you a bunch of bullshit. We're not trying to sell you advertisements. We're not here to sell data from you. And what's great about it is because all the features on MLB, all the features on SNY, I mean, everything that you get from them, we give to you 10 times more because MLB blocks a lot of the games. We do not. We don't block any Mets game, especially if you're living in the area. If you're in the area and you get Comcast, you get DirecTV, you get Fios, you get all those. If you don't get those, we give it to you 10 times more. So, I mean, you guys have to check out this platform because this platform is hands down amazing. It really is good. You can cast it to your TV too. Like if you're not home, if you're on vacation, you want to watch the Met game, and you can cast it to the TV. You can put it on your phone. You can go into a Google search. You can download. You can even download the app on your phone. I mean, you can download the Google extension. You can download our official app. So, I mean, it's really great because you can download the official app when you become a member. So, just kind of a little FYI on that. And plus, it's $12.99 a month. It's the cheapest throughout all these platforms out there. MLB gives you $24 a month. It's now going higher. It's supposed to go to $36 by the end of the year. So, they're talking about going to $36 next year. So they're trying to up it each and every year. So we lower it. Last year it was like at $20 or something like that. This year it's now cheaper. We're actually going cheaper than last year. So it is $12.99 a month, and we got rid of the weekly because I know a lot of our members wanted. I mean, you guys sent the feedback to us. You guys hated the weekly. You guys hated the yearly. You guys were asking for the monthly. You're like, we want it monthly. Give it to us monthly. So we decided to go with that. We rocked with it. So it is $12.99 a month, and you get spring training risk free. You get a full month of baseball without a snag. Now, also, you guys were asking. Which we were listening to your feedbacks. We're now on our shows going to be giving some polls. So what I mean by that is we're going to start doing some polls. We're going to start giving away things. We're going to do some sweepstakes. We're going to do some contests. We're going to do some polling. And this year is going to be really fun because we're going to give all the sweepstakes and T-shirts away, and jerseys away, and hats away, But you gotta join our live streams. You gotta subscribe to our live streams also as well. If you would like to join our premium memberships on all of our social media platforms, you guys could get tickets. You guys could get hats. You guys could get jerseys and stuff like that. We're really working to give you guys all the best coverage, so you guys can really go and check it out. All the links will be in the description down below and in our show notes. So if you guys would like to check that out, please feel free to do so by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. It is the most ultimate destination for your 24/7 Mets live streams, news feeds, and much, much more, because we're always giving you guys news. We're always writing something, me and my staff, and I mean, we got a really nice, good set of writers because we write everything organic. All the articles are different. You'll never see those articles on all the other platforms. They're completely different. And plus, I am a ghostwriter. I am a writer for MLB. So what I write on MLB and what I write on our website are different. So you'll never see the same article twice. So that's what's completely different and a game changer to us. And also, just to let you guys know that everything that is on the website, you get. So with the memberships, with our membership, you get everything. So it's not like, hey, I got to go on to your website. I want to read your news articles up, and what you're charging like $2, $3. Nope, we don't do that. We give you, it's $12.99. and you get everything on there. You get our news articles, you get our live streams, you get all of our post notifications, and you also get SMS live streaming games notifications as well. Now, when you guys sign up to the website, you'll get our app, our official app. You can go to our download section, which is on our live stream part. If you want to download the app, you can download the app through iOS and also through Android. So there is a different process of downloading the app. We have tons of videos on those, on our references. You could go to our YouTube channel, and you could go onto our TikTok live stream, and on our TikTok, and you could be able to see those live videos on how to do that. So stay tuned for those. We're going to be having that up. Our official launch will be December 12th, though. Everybody is getting our app, but it's not completely official until March 12th. So just to keep everybody in the loop for that. So enough with all this shebang. Let's get into today's game because we have a really good matchup. Now, again, today's game is live. It is on the website, and it will be also for all of our members. So if you are a member on the platform, you'll be able to see today's game. We got your New York Mets. Now, also keep you guys informed too. I know we get a lot of bettors out there. I get a lot of people that try to, come onto the show and listen to my betting analysis. However, we're not doing it for spring training. So if you are looking to hear my bet predictions and my bet analysis, you guys can hear that once the season starts. I normally don't do it during spring training. So if you are looking to get my bet results or my betting analysis or my betting predictions, it will be coming with the regular season, not right now. So let's go into some news updates before we go live with this, because we got some breaking news in development, which I'm hearing in my ear as of right now. So the New York Mets, Magnolia, he ended up getting hurt a couple of days ago with that strain. We are now hearing he is now officially out for the remaining of the season. He's going for surgery from what we are hearing with that torn lad. So as of right now, Magnolia, which was supposed to be a part of our DH, is now completely out for the remaining of the year. So we are hearing that Magnolia will now be out for the remaining of the year. The New York Mets are looking to do two things from what I know and from what I was reading in my transcripts early this morning through our media, which is right here, that the New York Mets are looking to pick up Jose Quintana. Quintana was with the New York Mets last year. He is a free agent, so what we are hearing as of today, that the New York Mets could end up picking up Quintana. Right now, Sean Manaea is out a little bit. We're hearing that he will not be starting the first series in the regular season. He ended up getting hurt. Well, it's not like a big deal, but from what we know, they're saying the shoulder is a little tender and he's having a little issues with that shoulder. But as of what we know, it's not super serious, but they're saying that he'll be out for the first series in the season opener. So we may be hearing that it could be Clay Holmes to start within the first series. So that could be very good news, because yesterday, Clay Holmes, the last of his two starts, he is scoreless of 8 innings so far, close to 6.5, 7 innings so far. So the first game, he went 3 innings plus. Yesterday, he went 3.5 innings plus. So this is looking really good for Clay Holmes. I'm actually very interested, because now I'm engaged. I'm engaged on what this guy could really do. Him going from the bullpen to a starter, I'm very interested in seeing. I loved on the stuff that he did yesterday, being down here right now and, watching this team and analyzing this team so far. This team got a really nice core of players, and I think that, in my opinion, going into maybe next week, that the New York Mets could be making a big move. And I do think that Brett Beatty and Jeff McNeil could be in this mix. We don't have a for certain on what the confirmation would look like, but we are hearing the Mets are maybe playing around with some players in the next week or so. So maybe we'll hear something on that. But very interesting. But from as of what we know right now, in regards to injury-wise, Magnolia is out for the remaining of the year. But the Mets are looking to upgrade, potentially in putting in another spot there. But we are hearing that Sterling Marte could be taking that spot. So it is what it is at this point. So let's move on to today's game matchup. Now, again, if you are looking to get today's game, it will be on our website by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. And today's game will be starting at 1:10. All right, so let's go into this lineup card. Now, again, normally I always do the betting odds and always like to bet on and do all the betting analysts and pitching and whatnot. I mean, I'll probably do it again, but, I mean, you'll hear my analysis going up and down this lineup right now. But we got the Washington Nationals versus the New York Mets. We got on the mound for the Nationals is Sanaki Ogamira, probably saying that wrong. And then for your New York Mets, we got Brandon Sprout on for the Mets. I like Brandon Sprout. He's got a really, really nice changeup. I really like the changeup. He has been throwing it so far this spring. He said he's pretty confident. He said he's really, really confident on his pitching this year. He's talking about being a little bit more consistent and fluent into his strike zone parameters. He's talking about maybe getting that ball down a little bit. But what I want to see out of Brendan Sprout in today's start is not go so much on the fastball. He has been looking to throw the fastball. He's talking about maybe changing a little bit of his game and maybe going with the changeup a little bit more as opposed to the fastball. But I mean, the fastball is very effective as much as it is with his curveball. So with that being said, I think that the angle of where he's throwing could be very effective. And the changeup is really good, too. So going into today's start, we're probably going to see him go at least 3.5, close to 4 innings plus, which Mendoza was talking about. And then with the Washington Nationals pitcher, which is Suzuki Ogamira, probably, again, saying his name wrong, he is going to go 2.5. They're talking about maybe stretching him out to 4.5 also as well, but he's just saying he's going to go 2.5 at the start. Yeah, and you know what? I kind of want to go a little bit further on this, and I'm going to explain why. Not for nothing, but if you look around the league and look around on how so many pitchers are getting hurt, I think it's a little bit ridiculous, and I'll explain why. These pitchers, the league needs to stop babying pitchers. I understand that, you're putting a lot of money and you're investing in a lot of pitching, you're investing in a lot of hitting, and I get that and I understand that. But the problem here, which a lot of us see now in today's game, is we're babying these pitchers to go 6 innings plus. what we need to see is a little bit more urgency and a little bit more efficiency. Because why I say that is you need to have these pitchers pitch a lot longer. Not only that, but you can't keep resting them. They need to be out there. They need to keep that arm a little bit moving. And yeah, I understand that. Yes, players are not machines, but again, back in the day, you had pitchers throwing about maybe 180, 170, 160 pitches plus in a game. So what do we need? We need to see pitchers start going a little bit longer in games if possible. And again, I understand, hey, we want to, keep them a lot longer, but it's not helping them in the long run. It's breaking these guys down when you're not going out there and pitching, because you going out there and not pitching, now it's kind of icing your shoulder, and you need to keep that shoulder warm throughout the game. It cannot be cold, and that's the problem. The problem here is that these pitchers are getting cold. They're getting their arms a lot colder, especially in colder climates like New York, especially in October and November. So you need to have these guys. Well, September and October, I should say. You need to keep these guys' arms a little warm. So these guys need to get a little bit more sufficient with their pitch counts, and they need to go out there and pitch a lot longer. And these guys are breaking down a lot faster. So I understand they want to get a couple of guys in. They want to showboat and show a bullpen. It's not a bullpen's game. It is a starter's game. And we need to get these starters out there. The conditioning is weak in the league, and somebody needs to address this. How I know is because I'm a ball player. I played. I know. I was a pitcher. I kind of get these things. And that's the issue. The issue is not having these guys pitch and go a lot longer in innings. This is why they're getting hurt. But again, with that being said, I understand I don't want to pitch these guys in spring just because, but they need to be out there pitching. Just no matter what, they need to be out there pitching. You can't keep babying players. You can't keep babying these pitchers. These pitchers need to go out there and pitch a lot longer and get their asses warm and start conditioning and start training a lot better. Yeah, the weight room is not where they need to be. Where they need to be is out on the mound pitching their asses every day, not being in the weight room. The weight room is not where these pitchers need to be. The weight room is for the players, not for the pitchers. And that's what's happening. They're blowing their shoulders and their arms after they're in the gym. The Major League Baseball needs to address this. And they need to stop with and these teams need to stop babying players. Let's call it what it is. The elephant in the room. Stop babying players. These players need to be out there every game, and they need to be out there every inning. I don't care if you're a $765 million player. Be out there every game, because if you're not out there every game, it shows that you are vulnerable to getting injured. That's half the problem in this league. We need to cater and baby players. I understand it's a business, but you know what? In the long run, this is a business that's going to shorten your career a lot shorter. And especially when it comes to pitchers, pitchers are very insufficient when they're not being used, and they have to be used every day. Just like Edwin Diaz. Like, if you go 7 innings, Edwin Diaz has got to go out there and close at least every game. I mean, you got to be out there and pitch every game. If you are looking to get good outings, if you have bad outings, get out there and pitch it the next day. Well, it is. And I think with Carlos Mendoza is a very old school sort of manager, and I like on the urgency of what he is doing so far in his second year as manager. Last year, he was a really good manager, and I was actually really surprised because the managers that were before there, like Buck Showalter, which I was a little surprised in the second year, didn't really have it. First year he had it. This guy, I think, is a lot different. He is like the guy in the Bronx, and I really do feel that Carlos Mendoza is gonna be here for a very long time as Mets manager. I would say at least as long as Terry Collins was, and Terry Collins was a very good manager. He was good, but then you're just as good as your players are. So I mean, Terry Collins had a good time, especially in 15, and now we need Carlos Mendoza to do the same. So, with that being said, let's move on. Enough of my rant. Let's move on to today's lineup. Now, if you guys are looking to watch today's game is live on our website at 110 by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. It is the ultimate destination for your 24/7 Mets live streams. You guys can go and check it out. It is $12.99 a month, but however, right now, it is free on our website. We are giving spring training to all of our members that sign up today. So if you guys would like to check it out, all the links are in our show notes. And it gives you live Mets coverage with no pop-ups, no advertisements, no TV providers. You're VPN secured. You can take it on the go with you no matter where you are. And you can download our app on our website when you become a member. So, guys, go check it out today. So, let's go into today's lineup. So, again, we got Brandon Sprout for the New York Mets. He's 0-0. Then we got Shizuki Ozamaka. Oh, no. Ozamira. I'm going to say Ozamira. Yeah, I'm terrible at pronouncing last names. He's 1-0. With a 0 ERA, he's got no strikeouts. He kind of pitched he pitched one batter, I think, his last time on the mound. I don't know so much. I didn't really get to check out what he's done, but from analyzing on what today's game is going to be, he is going to go three. They're talking about 3.5 innings, probably possible 4. And then Brandon Sprout, they're saying that he's going to go at least 3 innings, possible 4 innings also as well. So we're just going to put the 4 there. And here is today's lineup. We got for the Washington Nationals batting first, playing DH for today. We got James Wood batting second and playing second base. We got Amon Rosario, former New York Met. Then we got batting third, playing third base, is Jose Tina. Then we got batting fourth, catching, we got Cuba Ruiz. Then we got batting fifth, playing right field, is Alex Sell. Then we got batting sixth and playing center field in today's game. We got Robert Hassel III. Then we got batting seventh and playing first base is Juan Yepi. Then we got batting eighth, playing left field is Andrew Paninsky. Then we got batting ninth and playing shortstop, and that is Nelson Ruiz. Then we got for your New York Mets in today's matchup, we got batting first and playing shortstop is Francisco Lindor. Batting second and playing right field is Juan Soto. Batting third, playing first base is Pete Alonso. Batting fourth and playing left field is Brandon Nimmo. Today is Brandon Nimmo's spring training debut. He is hitting and also playing the field in today's game. Then we got batting fifth, playing third base is Mark Rientos. Then we got batting sixth and catching is Luis Torrens. Now, Alvarez played in yesterday's game, so he is not playing in today's game. Then we got batting seventh and playing center field is Tyrone Taylor. Then we got batting ninth and DHing for the Mets is Jared Young. And then batting ninth and playing third base is Luis Angel Acuna. So that is for today's lineup. Now, again, if you are going to bet in today's game, I prefer not to. Don't bet in spring training. But who can I analyze for today? Now, I'm not going to go on the Nationals. You guys always hate when I do both teams. So I won't do Nationals, but I will do the New York Mets. So what have we seen so far in spring? Let's start up with Lindor. Okay, he's playing the field a lot better. He is your leader. He is your captain. I think Lindor, so far his last couple at-bats that I've seen and how I observe, his bat is a little bit off from what I see. Still very early in spring. He's able to get some of these hits. You're starting to see a little bit. He is always ice cold very early. Nothing to worry about there. Now, going with Juan Soto, not so much also either. Again, they're kind of like playing a little timid on both of these guys because they are your top stars on this team. But, however, the last couple of starts that we've seen from Juan Soto look really good. I think he's already starting to get a little comfortable there at the plate. He's getting a lot of his pitches. He's not a guy you're going to see chase very often. He is a good RBI hitter, so you're not going to see a lot. You're not going to see a lot of walks coming out of Soto. I mean, you might. I mean, if he's going to be batting second this year, then you probably will see a lot of walks. He is very dangerous at the plate, so he's a guy that I could see get some walks this year. I mean, if he's down in the lineup a little bit more, I would probably say like third or fourth. I don't see that, but, you know, your best hitter is always going to be batting second now, and that's kind of how the flow of the game is going. But if it is projected for him to bat second, then Juan Soto could get potentially a lot of walks. But if he goes swinging, you know he's a threat and can give you home runs and can give you some RBIs. So, batting second of what I've seen and what I've analyzed out of him so far right now, he looks comfortable at the plate. He's looking like he's starting to get his pitches where he wants him and able to get him into the field and give you some hits. Very well expected, and he is batting second in today's game. And then let's go on with Pete Alonso. Now, Pete Alonso, iffy. He's looking all right. I think with Pete, you're going to see a lot of flexibility coming out of him at first. As much as we know on how good he is at first base, I want to see a little bit more urgency and a little bit more bats coming from him. So I liken that the Mets are really putting him into that lineup almost every day so far, just to give Pete Alonso a little bit of work. Because if Pete sucks it up this year, then you know that the Mets are going to go and get Guerrero Jr. So this is a test for Pete this year. He needs to show that he is still an elite hitter in this game. And so far as we've seen right now in spring, he's starting to look like the Pete Alonso we need him to be. We need power coming out of Pete in 25. So if he's able to do that, I think he definitely could do that. So with that being said, I think Pete Alonso will definitely look really good in the 2025 season. Then let's go with Brandon Nimmo. Now, Brandon Nimmo, this is his first start debut in today's game. He's going to probably He's probably going to give you a lot of runs. I'm willing and expecting to see that today. I think he's going to be. He's a guy that doesn't chase very often, so I'm not really worried about him chasing. I think he's going to probably attack the strike zone today. The fielding, we all know about the foot. He's been kind of, he went and had that surgery in the offseason. I'm kind of able. I want to see what he's going to do out there on how he looks out there with his, comfortability. Is he going to be comfortable? Is he going to be comfortable at the plate? And that's kind of a test that I want to see so far right now, but I'm not really worried. So the worrying is not really being too worried. But I think if we see on what he's able to do at the plate, then we all know that Brendan Nimmo is what Brendan Nimmo is a really good elite player. And then we got Mark Vientos. What have we seen out of Mark Vientos in 2024 was that RBI machine, that power. He's got that bat. He's a guy that's going to probably play third throughout the whole entire regular season. Mark Vientos is your third baseman, not Brett Beatty. As much as I want Brett Beatty to be in this lineup, so far we've seen Brett Beatty look really good right now. So that's a plus. Brett Beatty is hitting home runs. Brett Beatty is playing a little bit better. I want to see Brett Beatty at first. Learn first base. If not learn first base, learn the outfield. Those, I think, are putting in the test. The Carlos Mendoza was having him out there yesterday taking fly balls. So that's interesting. I thought that was, watching him, and he looks very comfortable out there right now. He looks better being out there, but he could be your DH too. So I kind of want to see Brett Beatty coming off the bench in a way, because I know that Brett Beatty has a really good bat. He's not a field guy. I feel that he's more DH, but if they could put him in, slot him there, I think that would be a lot better for him, in my honest opinion. So that's what I would do with Brett Beatty. And now let's move on with Terrence. Terrence is your backup catcher. A guy that's really good defensive. I like it behind it. I like it behind the plate. He doesn't have a really good bat, but I like his defense. I think he's pretty good behind the plate. Alvarez doesn't have that in my opinion. Alvarez has the bat. So it's going different. It's flopping. Alvarez has the bat. Terrence has the defense. Terrence doesn't have the bat. Alvarez has the bat. So I like the platoonness of the two catchers. They fit and gel very well with this team. But, Terrence can give you some RBIs. He can give it to you in really good situations. So I'm okay with that. As long as he's able to do it in tight spots, I'm fine with that. And then moving on with Tyrone Taylor. Tyrone Taylor had a very good 24 season. He's a finesse type of player. He's a guy that could give you runs when you need it. Same thing goes with Jose Siri. You're going to see Jose Siri this year too. So those are two nice backup center fielders. As much as Brendan Nimmo will be playing left field and Juan Soto playing right, Tyrone Taylor with Jose Siri will be playing center field. So I'm not mad at that. I think that's a really good outfield in my estimate opinion. So right there is good defense overall, because Juan Soto is very good outfielder too. So I'm interested in what I'm going to see with all three of them being out there this year. So that hopefully that's to be expected. And then let's move on with Jarrett Young, a guy that you're probably not going to see there this year. He might be your backup DH if available. So so far what I've seen out of him, not so much. He's just a guy I feel that's going to be putting into that slot as of right now. Mendoza is very confident in him, wants to see him here, so hopefully we get to see something going into deep into spring so far. And then Batting ninth and playing second base is Luis Angel Acuna. Love this guy. I like his presence. I like what I see at him at the plate. He doesn't chase a lot of balls. He's actually really, really a good plate presence sort of player. I like it. I really do like on how patient he is at the plate. He does like to swing at outside of the strike zone in 1-0 counts. That's to be expected because a lot of guys do that, but he likes that curveball. I've noticed, and I also noticed he likes to hit the slider. Those are two pitches that he likes to hit. Fastball, I feel he's a little behind a little bit more. I think what he needs to do is to get a little bit in front of that pitch, not so much behind it, because when you watch him get behind on that pitch, he likes to give outs. So even though he likes to get into play, he's not a strikeout guy. So you're not gonna see him strike out very often. So he's gonna get it in play, but if he gets a little bit, move his shoulder a little bit in a little bit more, I think that he could definitely have that nice launch angle to like at maybe 76%, close to 80, and he could really hit it. So I do like the power coming from him from the left side of the plate, not so much on the right side, because we know he is that righty hitter, but you know that he could give you those hits all over the field. So, I mean, that's expected. He has that power. We know he can hit those home runs. This kid's going to be really good. And we're probably going to see a lot of platooning with him, Mauricio. You probably will see Mauricio sometime this spring going into that lineup, plugging him into the original lineup and seeing what he can do. I think the test is for Acuna. Putting Acuna in with the original lineup, with Lindor, with Alvarez, see what he could do with that lineup, and if he can, I know spring training is still considered early, and they're not going to go and test a lot of these guys. They're just willing to get their work in. But what I want to see, my opinion, we know he's probably going to bat 9 in the lineup. So he's probably going to go him, Lindor. He's going to follow in Lindor. And then above him, probably Alvarez, maybe Tyrone Taylor. So if he could get top situation like maybe Alvarez on base, we need him to drive in those runs this year. So if he could do that, I do think that he could have that urgency of being a little bit more of that power hitter that we would like to see coming from him. But if he could give me those RBIs and not so much go with the home run sort of technique and getting it around the field that he has been doing right now in spring, I think that he could be really good plugged into this lineup, and especially coming from maybe Alvarez to him to Lindor, bringing in like Alvarez or Tyrone Taylor. I'm very interested in engaging and seeing what he could do, but I want to see so far in spring with Acuna to get situations with guys on base. That's my test. I want to see that. If I can see him bringing guys, then he could be a really good player, maybe coming off the bench. I don't think that they're looking to have him come off the bench. He might play the field. So I'm willing to see and test on what he could go with his abilities. But we're going to see in today's game him bat 9th. So, I mean, Jerry Young might not be that guy that he could probably bounce off of. But if he could give me a hit or drive in guys, that's probably going to be expected for today's game, even though it's not really a game to kind of worry about, but you're able to go out there and see what your players are able to do. So that's my outtake for today's game. if you guys love this show and want to hear more of our shows and me giving you guys analysis of the lineup, giving you guys the breakdown of the lineup, and talking about these players in tight situations in that lineup card, going with projections, talking about the analysts, just talking in general on players, I'm your guy. And plus, and even when it comes to betting, I'm your guy as well, because I break down each and every player. And I break down their weaknesses, their positives, on how positive at the approach of the plates these guys are. Pitching as well. I think pitching is going to be a big factor for the Mets this year, because we need to be able to see Senga, Clay Holmes. This is a test for Clay Holmes, I feel, in 25. Can he do it? Could he be the ace on this club? We're going to hear in the next couple of days if we know right now that the Mets are looking to acquire Jose Quintana. I think that's a really good move to bring him back into this lineup, because he's been here before and he knows the system. I think that Quintana is that guy to get plugged back in. Also, another test for David Peterson. I think David Peterson was very good last year. What can we see coming out of him? Looking into the bullpen, looking at all the acquisitions that the Mets made in the offseason with Stanek, with A.J. Minter. Love that guy. I mean, he is a super, really, really cool dude. I'm really expecting to see what he could do in there. Edwin Diaz, we all know what we can expect coming from Diaz. This team, if they could do what they could do, I definitely think that this team could really go and beat the Dodgers in the playoffs. We need to do that. That's our job. So I'm willing to see on what the Mets can do going into the 25 season. But again, if you guys are looking to see today's matchup, we got Sprout on the mound. We got Ogamawa, probably saying this name wrong again. For the Washington Nationals, game does go live at 1:10. If you're looking to see today's game, it is on our website. It is free to all of our members right now, risk-free upon sign-up. You guys can check it out. All the details are in our show notes. You guys can get throughout the regular season, ad-free, provider-free, no advertisements, no blackouts. You get complete 100% VPN live streams. You can take it on the go with you. You can take it up to 4 devices. You can cast it on your TV, which is great because not many players do that. Flawless. You guys can check it out, 4K. We're probably number one. We're definitely, I assume we're number one. But Google tells us we are number one in our streaming category. And they awarded us last year in 2024 as the upcoming platform. And I thought that was really amazing. Last year we hit well over the 400,000 members. This year, let's keep it going. Let's see you guys come into our live streams, come chat with us. You've got members that always chat with you in our live chats. You can see the games and much, much more. And you guys can all of that for just $12.99 a monthly. I think we're the cheapest on the internet. And cheapest throughout the platforms, and you get no ads, you get no TV providers, no pop-ups, no interruptions, and you can watch flawless live streams through our platform throughout spring and through the regular season. So I would like to thank you guys for watching here on our show today. We're here to give you all of your New York Mets news, live streams, and much, much more. But today's game is live. New York Mets versus the Washington Nationals. Goes live at 1:10. And we'll see you guys on our website by going to MetsXMFanZone.